The Department of Public Health says it's not anything you need to be alarmed about, but they are working to determine if any more students contracted tuberculosis. This is after one student at Simon Sanchez High School tested positive with the disease.
This is truly an active case of TB, yes.
So they underwent the chest x-ray and everything was positive and other medicate being
Yes,
treated?
before we notified the school, we needed to work up the case in the first place, make sure it's truly a case of active TB. Once we're done with the workup and we have a very high index of suspicion it's TB, that's when we contacted the school. And of course, we advised the student to get out from school until such time that we know they're no longer infectious.
There was concern that the staff and students were not notified quickly enough once the student came back with positive results, but TB Control Coordinator Cecilia Arciaga says they do have procedures that are followed.
There's a system that we have to work through. What it is we need to identify what classes the student is at, identify all the classmates, and then once we have an idea how many will be tested, that's when we have to initiate a memo from our director to the superintendent and 2 letters that will be addressed to the parents of the students that need to be tested. And we also send a similar letter to the other parents and faculty that won't be tested at this point in time, just for them to know what's going on, so everybody will be on the same page.
So who's going to be tested now?
Basically, we're just testing the immediate school context of the student, his classmates. We're looking at over 160 students maybe, yes, and staff.
Again, Public Health says the public doesn't need to be alarmed and they are on top of the situation.
It happens that we have cases, it could be a student, it could be an adult, but it's something that we have to be so alarmed about because Public Health is on top of it from day one and the schools have been properly notified.
The students who have been identified as having been in contact with the infected patient, while they can go to their private clinics, Public Health is asking that they wait until the testing day, which has been set for March 16th and 17th.
We'd rather prefer them to wait for the testing at the school because our nurses will be doing the skin testing. Also, the school nurses will be part of it as well.
Okay. And if they don't?
If they don't comply with the requirement, they can be in school until all the requirements are met.